Welcome back, football fans. This is 90 in 5, presented to you by True Lion. What a game that was. I'm talking about Brighton 3, Spurs 2. A game of two halves, as I will term it. Spurs took control in the first half, silencing the 32,000 fans with a 2-0 lead. However, the second half was all for Brighton, as they scored 3 goals to win their first EPL game in 5 games. This marks the 10th time in the Premier League history that Spurs has lost a game after leading by 2 scores. Brighton lost possession in their defensive half 37 times as opposed to 22 times for Tottenham Hotspurs. The high turnover rate resulted to many chances created by both teams, thus 5 goals in the whole game. The game was truly a tale of two halves, as the stats clearly show. In the first half, Spurs expected goals at 0.92 from 6 shots with only 2 on target. Brighton's expected goal at 0.62 from 4 shots with 0 on target. Now look at this in the second half. Spurs expected goal at 1.14 from 7 shots with 4 on target. Brighton's expected goal at 1.76 from 11 shots with 4 on target. In the first half, Spurs were more efficient, with a slight edge on expected goals. However, the second half saw a significant shift. Spurs' offensive output dropped, while Brighton broke through the Spurs' defense, scoring 3 goals, as opposed to 2 goals that Spurs scored in the first half. Now, here are some key players that made a difference. Johnson for Spurs. He scored his 6 goals in all appearances and was a constant threat to Brighton in the first half. Maddison also scored in the first half. However, both players' production dropped significantly in the second half. The players that influenced the second half for Brighton were Minte, Rota, and Welbeck, who all scored, not forgetting Mitoma, who created key chances. But despite that, we can't forget also the mistakes made by Spurs, especially in that second half. Defensively, they were lousy. Not saying that Brighton did not also make mistakes with their high line in the first half, but they were more clinical in the second half, had more energy against that Spurs team. Remember, I'd spoken about midweek Europa competitions. And for those who have followed Spurs recently this season and towards the end of last season, you can attest that there is a level of energy drop towards the end of second half, even in games where they did not play 2 games during the week. So this is something their coach has to fix. Thanks for watching 19.5, presented to you by True Lion.